Hello, this is the One Episode Rule podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, out here beating the tropes.
Whoa.
Tape did not reappear.
Oh, wow. We finally did it. The evil is defeated.
It is not here. There's just the sleeve. I guess I didn't throw that out. But no tapes. No tapes today. We just watch whatever we feel like.
No more
Hey,
tapes?
I have a question.
Huh.
Did why did I find a tape today?
I can't answer that question.
Oh, so do you think it's unrelated? Should
I think
get
it
rid
might
of
be
this thing?
unrelated.
Okay, I'm just throwing this away right now, okay? I'm not gonna look at it, okay.
You didn't happen to visit any like traditional style Japanese houses recently, did you?
We did watch that one show on YouTube. Maybe
Blackwell, do you know what's going on?
Related. No.
It might be. Did you put like a small capsule-sized VHS tape in some water overnight and then it expanded?
Yeah.
Oh,
like a shrinky dink.
yeah, I forgot I did. You know what? That's
they got those novelty shrinky dinks.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they haven't
solved.
sold since the fucking 80s.
Oh, thank God. I was worried it was a curse. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How are you guys doing?
I'm Blackwell. I'm doing pretty good.
Hello.
Louie's never here during Halloween. Louie, what's your Halloween costume?
An employed person.
Whoa.
Nice.
Right, job haver.
Job haver.
I changed my costume to sexy mummy.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's what I am.
Rattling titties.
Hey, I can see that.
Titties.
Moaning asses or whatever the hell that tape is.
No, I don't know. We're not. We cannot do the Paperback Paradise like Halloween sex noises tape.
We must.
No.
I think about it every single year.
The burden we bear.
Anyhow, this is our good friend Blackle. Blackle, you can properly. I don't know. We cut you off a little bit.
I'm normal. I'm tired as usual.
Then you come.
I don't think I had started watching. What was it? Witch from Mercury a while ago, but I haven't seen my wife in a while, so I haven't been able to continue to watch it because I've been watching it with her.
Dang.
Yeah, weren't you up country, as they say?
I was up country. I was in Muskoka.
Serving
then
country?
I got exposed to illnesses.
Oh no!
Oh, not the illnesses.
And then I couldn't be with my wife because I didn't want to give her illnesses.
Yes. Unfortunately, you managed to pick up fucking Lyme disease. No.
No, something else. I don't know what it was.
Get some sort of cervidae-based illness.
Yeah, I got
wilderness.
Rabies. A child died of rabies in Ontario recently, actually.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Not nice.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What's happening?
A child died of rabies in Ontario.
Oh, my God. I have to go.
Canceled.
Speaking of child death. No.
Speaking of child death, do you guys want some news?
We haven't finished
introduce myself. Hello?
We gotta introduce.
Joey, what are you?
Hi, I'm Joey. I'm a cat thing.
Hey.
I finished Fire Punch. It was devastating.
You've seen the face.
I've seen the Fire Punch face now. Boy, the context doesn't make it better. The context makes it worse. Anyhow, that's me.
How apt was the meme I sent you where they just made him look like Guts Berserk?
I don't know a lot about Guts' backstory, but Agni has pretty
seems rough,
pretty shit life syndrome. So yeah, maybe there's some. It's fairly apt. Yeah, that's me. Hi.
All right, now I've got some
it's
news.
my turn. Hi there. Hello. What's up?
Hi.
It's been a minute. I hope you haven't forgotten about me because I've definitely forgotten your name. Sorry, listener. Listener, viewer, watcher.
Watcher.
Smeller, maybe.
This is the real horror. Social horror.
Anyway, what did y'all talk about for the end of Jujutsu Kaisen? Because I haven't been around for a minute.
I basically covered it, and I was just like, I heard it ended well, and people liked it. So
pretty much.
Can I do a quick postmortem?
Okay. Quick.
Okay. We gather here today I don't know what to say at a funeral, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, thank you, Jujutsu Kaisen. You were a lot of fun. I'm gonna miss you. I miss you already. Like, what's going on? I have attachment issues. I need my comfort characters. What am I gonna do?
Maybe we'll develop.
Anyway, that's all. Hi, I'm Louis. I don't think I said that yet. And that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about.
Do you guys want some news?
Yeah, let's have some news.
For God's sake, let me say the news.
Hey,
Let him speak.
the longer we talk, the more you have to edit.
So in the news, I usually don't click on this kind of story because I usually find it trite, but I just sort of idly did, and I'm glad I did on this one. So, popular anime DanDaDan has drawn some ire over censorship in episode 3, which is really interesting because apparently the American Netflix version isn't censored that way, and it's in fact only censored in one place that way, and that's China.
Interesting.
And it's the funniest thing imaginable is censored, in that apparently they did a paint over of the hot grandma.
Oh, come on, let GranGraGran get it.
They covered up they covered up her bazongas. She doesn't have any cleavage anymore.
Let GranGraGran get it.
Well, that makes sense. When you're above a certain age, your titties do just fall off.
Now, to be fair, if you've seen the GranGraGran from DanDaDan, GranGraGran could get
it. GranGraGran.
The GranGraGran.
The thing is they did it in the same way they did it back whenever they censored Fire Emblem, whatever it was.
Did they remove her vagina bones?
Yeah, it's that. Like, it's not quite. I don't have an angle on that, but yeah, it's the same kind of shit.
Did they take away her titty bones?
Yeah, they just made her wear like a really uncomfortable wearing camisole instead of a tank top.
Damn.
They took her vagina bone.
Come on.
What else do we have? Cowboy Bebop's creator, that'd be Shinichiro Watanabe, claims his next anime is his masterpiece.
Ooh, all right.
That is Lazarus, which is about a miracle drug that with no side effects that is taken for years until the creator disappears with a message that it will start killing people in 30 days.
Oh, interesting. Nice. That sounds like a fun premise.
Death game.
Actually, it's not a death game unless you count the entire human race.
Yes, I do.
But
Battle Royale.
The story follows a young convict who escapes jail habitually, being sort of shanghaied into finding a cure, along with several other people.
You said it was called Lazarus?
That's Lazarus. Cool. It's going to premiere on Adult Swim, it looks like.
Sweet.
And finally, and you ever get like a piece of political news from a different country where you're just like, I don't know the specifics of this, but this sounds real bad.
Ruh-roh.
This sounds like a major faux pas. The manga Kosaku Shima is going to be revised, and an apology has been issued after insinuating that people protesting the building of new United States military bases in Okinawa were in fact paid part-time to protest. Which is like real like fast shit. That's
fascinating.
That's like real crisis actors stuff.
My God.
I'm just like, wow. And I looked into like the manga, and this has been running since 1983. And the guy just renames it every time the protagonist gets like a new title at his job.
That's very funny.
He's been climbing the corporate ladder for like 40 years at this point. I can't think of anything more miserable.
Fascinating. All right.
Fucking corporate intrigue.
Yep.
Anyway, fuck that guy. What an asshole.
Yeah. Fuck him.
He actually did apologize personally. So I guess maybe
fucking ice, buddy.
I guess maybe he's not a complete shitheel because he was just like, yeah, I went to Okinawa and I heard from people that this happened, but I didn't confirm it.
Yeah, that might maybe more ignorant than assholery. But anyhow,
assholery.
Asshole.
Assholeitude.
So anyway, Louis wanted to be back on the podcast, so I showed some mercy. I don't know if this is strictly horror, but it's horror themed.
I think this is in the spirit of Halloween.
So we're gonna hit DanDaDan.
Yes.
Hey, I wanted to be the one to say it. Why can't I say it?
I want to say it.
I don't think we get to meet the GranGraGran in the first episode anyways.
I'm not stopping you.
We're watching DanDaDan.
DanDaDan. I've heard that it's got a real banger opening.
Yeah.
Wow, what did you say?
Let's get to it.
Is a yes, we have no bananas joke too obscure? Because I was debating on that or whether trying to like workshop some like Joel Vinesauce grandma joke.
Grandma.
Grandma. That's what her that's what her name is. That's how you say it.
Yep, that's how you say it.
Who wants to read this this blurb that I have?
Not it.
Oh man.
Hold on. I think I can do it.
Oh, okay. Blackle can do it.
Okay. After being aggressively rejected, Momo Ayase finds herself sulking when she stumbles across a boy being bullied. Saved by her rash kindness, the alien-obsessed boy attempts to speak to her about extraterrestrial interests he believes they share. Rejecting his claims, Ayase proclaimed that she is instead a believer in ghosts, starting an argument between the two over which is real. In a bet to determine who is correct, the two decide to separately visit locations associated with both the extraterrestrial and the supernatural, Ayase visiting the former and the boy visiting the latter. When the two reach their respective places, it turns out that neither was wrong, and that both aliens and ghosts do exist. This marks the beginning of Ayase and the boy's adventure as they attempt to fix the surreal, supernatural, and existential elements around them and to return to normal life.
The way you said ghosts are real, it just reminded me of that stupid Skyrim item the guy made that just 114% magic resist. Magic isn't real, idiot.
Yes, that one.
I was halfway through. I saw the fucking live James reaction, but I started laughing.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah.
That's good.
I'm just imagining these two hosting BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Apologies, listeners.
Oh
that
God.
was caused by me shit posting in the general chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got there was a really good intro. I love the kind of grimy art in the intro. It looks like I especially loved all the silhouettes that looked like they were done with charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. I love that shit.
Really good.
It's good. And what I love to see is one particular studio logo, Science Saru, my beloved.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's crack into what actually happens. So, first of all, I love both of these characters immediately.
They're so good.
But Momo is the better of them.
Yeah.
Momo's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So we open on Momo and her boyfriend, and he's just like unless you lend me money, no date today. And she's just like, she's clearly like staggering under the weight of it. She's just like this motherfucker, and he's just like, or you could start putting out at least. And then she's just like, oh yeah, and she does just execute like a perfect roundhouse kick, which really tells you who exactly she is. He does block it because he is like a delinquent. He's like a little mini. Like he went to mini Kiryu school, so he does block it. He's just
mini
like
Kiryu.
He's just like, I've had enough of you, you bitch, and he just kicks her in the stomach. And she's like, we're through.
Mm-hmm.
And then we follow Momo doing the funniest walk.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing a great one. And
She's so
just
grumpy.
She's just like, why won't anyone console me?
My life sucks.
My life is terrible. And she's sitting in class with her friends, including like a really weird Gyaru girl. I don't know what her makeup is supposed to be. It's like she's like evolved like further markings to warn to warn predators about her toxicity. I like her.
She's fun.
But she's sitting with her friends, and she's just like, well, why were you dating that guy anyway? He's an asshole. He's just like, I like a manly man. I like a Ken Takamura. So I looked up Ken Takamura, by the way, but we're going to use the shorthand that I saw somebody else. She likes Clint Eastwood.
Oh, okay.
She likes a masculine guy. And actually, she would like Kiryu very much.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that a little later because I looked up his history. I looked up the real man. And they're just like, that's ridiculous. You know, that kind of guy is extinct now. Because the reference is as old as Clint Eastwood too.
Okay.
Ken Takamura was like his prime was in like the 70s.
Right.
So she's walking down the hall again and doing the same walk. She's like, why won't my friends console me? What's wrong with that?
Animation here is so fun.
I love the fucking animation in the show. It's so good.
Like I said, Science Saru, my beloved.
Yes.
Did they not do Aizoken? I forget. They may have done Aizoken. Or that may have been Studio 4C. Or am I thinking of Inu-Oh, the movie that I went and saw? Maybe that.
Maybe.
I'm sounding like a jackass right now. But when one of you is saying something funny later, I'll just quickly look it up and correct myself.
Right. That assumes we'll be saying something funny later.
No pressure.
That's not my intention.
Don't worry. We'll get there.
I'm deadly serious.
But as she's walking, she does happen to pass by a classroom, and she sees a boy sitting at the back of the classroom, just quietly reading his magazine. But all the other guys in the classroom are sitting up front, and they are just hitting him with a hail of fucking spitballs and wadded up paper. and she's just like, "Oh, come the fuck on, seriously?"
Grow the fuck up, you dumbasses.
He's got this shitty little bowl cut. And the big round glasses, and it's just like, come on, man, this is like some 50s shit. You can't be doing this. And she disarms the situation because right as one of them is just like stuff this magnet in one of them, it'll hurt more.
This is gonna hurt like a bitch.
And then they look up and realize that she has just fucking sat in front of them and has locked eyes with all of them, and has like disarmed them with her fucking aura of menace. And then she just turns and just like, what you reading there? And she just idly flips through his book, and she's just like, And then she looks back at them, and she sets it down and walks out, and she's just like, honestly, this kind of fucking barbarism in this day and age. And she goes on to mope some more. She's just like, but before she can, when she gets to the stairwell, she gets chased down because he's just like, Momo ISA, Momo ISA. Just like, I know you're in love. Like, what? I know you're in love. Why do you keep saying that to me? Because why would somebody like you talk to me at all? And he's just like, and she's just like, I think you got the wrong idea. Wrong idea. It's not like that. And he just thrusts the book in her face, and he's just like, you're into UAPs too. Fuck you. They're UFOs. UAPs suck. That fucking sucks.
He doesn't even carry on with the UFO bit beyond maybe one other throwaway line.
UAPs suck. I hate that. They're UFOs.
He starts calling them UFOs later too, so
UFOs. And she's just like, no, fucking stop telling me about this shit. Because he's like, the president already went to Mars. Oh, and they changed it. It used to be Obama. And now the picture is
Now
clearly
it's Trump, and it's really
Oh god.
bad to look at.
That's really funny.
I
I
didn't
didn't
notice
like
that.
to see it. Yeah, it's really small.
Send Trump to Mars.
Oh my god.
But
Musk would love that.
I was remarking to my mother the other day that when I become dictator, I will continue our relationship with SpaceX. It's just that he won't know that I plan to make him get on the rocket when it goes to.
It's a good thing this will never be on the internet.
I fully full-throatedly endorse my plan to launch Elon Musk into outer space. But
Okay, well,
hear that, NSA man.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's just like, no, don't tell me this shit. Ah, God, all you otaku come on way too strong. This is such a bunch of bullshit. Don't tell me about this. I just got dumped. I don't need this shit. and she like throws his magazine on the ground and she walks away like a couple of steps. Is about to climb the stairs, and then she's just like, all right, that was a bit much. I'm so because he looks really downtrodden.
It looks so sad.
And she goes back and she picks it up and like dusts it off, and it's just like, here, I believe in ghosts, you know. And he's just like, ghosts? What are you, fucking stupid? Ghosts aren't real. And they immediately start cartoon arguing, which is really good. They're just like, what do you mean? I tried to match the tone of what you were talking about before, and you come at me with that shit. And he's just like, ghosts are ridiculous. How would you know? He's just like, have you ever seen a UFO? It's just like, that's not material to the conversation.
I gotta say, I'm on his side.
Oh yeah, you believe more in UFOs than ghosts?
Yeah,
I'm on her side. Surprisingly.
I think UFOs. I think aliens are more likely, but I don't think any have visited us.
I think that ghosts are more likely than aliens who have visited us, and I think aliens that who haven't visited us is more likely than ghosts by like a large gap.
Yeah, the power gap.
I don't remember what I was gonna say, but it was really funny. So
let's try and keep the podcast light so we don't have to think about the fucking gulfs of emptiness separating us from any
implications.
From
you don't want to think about the masses of just simply empty space in this universe.
I don't want to think about the fucking endless vaults of black night separating us.
The dark space.
Intelligent life form.
You don't want to think about how
it's between the stars.
You don't want to think about how it's like a fucking miracle that we even like are able to talk to each other and we're not just like quiet, empty minds and nothingness. Yeah, let's move on.
The show.
The fact that even if we could hear the dying echoes of another civilization, we could never reach them.
Come on, you guys. This show has a
I want a fucking alien so bad.
Okay.
No.
So anyway. So anyway, they argue about it, and her friends come down the stairs, and they're just like, oh, she got over her like Ken Takeda thing real quick, and she's just like, she's going for an otaku, and she's like, I can't say that I hate it.
They were both like, yeah, we support this. And then,
just like, oh, fine.
I'm like, aw, good friends.
Fine, loop yourself a little nerd boy, whatever. So they finally they decide, it's just like, fine, I'll go to a place that's connected with aliens, and you go to a place that's connected with ghosts, and we'll see which is real. And if you believe in ghosts by the end of this, you'll be my gopher. And it's like, yeah, and you'll be mine if you run into any evidence of aliens. So they do it.
What word are they using? Gopher?
Like little servant or something.
You know in Japan, whenever the bullies are just like, go buy me a soda.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
I see.
Yeah.
Except this is more of a childhood bet version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Pretty low stakes.
You don't remember whenever you're like 8 or 9, you got into some stupid argument with a kid, and you'd just be like, if I'm right, you'll be my slave for a day, and then it never happened.
Yeah.
But because you just ran away afterwards.
But I've heard of that.
But yeah, the next scene is them going to their respective places. Momo has gone to the most haunted fucking ex-hospital I've ever seen.
I feel like both of these locations look pretty creepy.
They're extremely
Yeah.
haunted.
Yeah.
I don't know if Japan has the same association with fucking like abandoned hospitals that Americans do. We're just like, oh fuck, that shit's haunted.
Probably.
But
Or at least to some degree.
but she's on the phone with him. And this whole time, by the way, we should remark that we haven't learned his name. She just calls him Occult San or Occult Kun.
Occult Kun, I think.
And she's just like, why is this place so creepy? Because it's really bad. And he's just like, that's a hot spot for UFOs, for alien interactions. He's just like, why? What makes it that? It's just like, well, they say if you go up on the roof, you'll experience abduction. And she's like, what does that mean? Abduction?
She's like, have you ever been abducted?
It's just
He's
like,
like, probably.
It's just like, that's where they take you and do experiments on you. It's just like, have you been experimented on? It's just like, that's a possibility. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, most people's memories get wiped when they do it. It's just like, oh, what a bunch of bullshit.
He's like, have you ever heard of regressive hypnosis or whatever?
She's
That line
like,
made me laugh really hard.
She's like, don't change the subject. And she's like, how's it on your end? And it's just like, and we cut to their end. And he's in the fucking wilderness at like the outskirts of town, and he's just like, I've arrived, and he's in front of like Death Tunnel.
Yeah.
God, there's so many fucking haunted tunnels in Japan. I don't know of any haunted tunnels in America. I only know about a serial killer tunnel, and
there's the tunnel to nowhere in the western North Carolina. I've been there.
I see. I didn't know about that. I only know about the Bunny Man tunnel in Ohio, where people say they see the Bunny Man with an axe. But yeah, he's psyching himself up to go in, and he keeps, and she's just like, yeah, that one's a hot spot for activity, or so they say on the net. And he's just like, a hot spot, huh? It's just like, okay, it's things really happen there, according to the net. And he's just like, okay, I'm gonna psych myself up. And he's just like, shy boy. So I forget I forget exactly what he said, but it pinged in my mind that he was singing Too Shy. Which he's not. He's not going too shy. Hush, hush, eye to eye. No, it's just, unless he is, and that would be the craziest fucking thing that's ever happened to me. But she's like, shy boy, he's too shy. And she's just like, talking loudly is supposedly the worst thing you can do. And he's like, oh, shy.
Oh, fantastic.
And he does step over the barrier and go inside. And they keep talking. They keep talking about UFOs and ghosts and shit. And he's just like, why do you keep mentioning the net? It's just like, have you seen a ghost? He's just like, well, no. It's just like, how could you be so confident in your belief in ghosts if you haven't ever seen one? It's like, well, you haven't been abducted or anything, have you? It's like, well, no, that's not the point. Stop changing the subject. She's just like, well, I believe in ghosts because my grandma's a spirit medium. She's rad.
Yep. And then we get some backstory.
We get some backstory where she talks about how her parents are gone, which makes Occult Kun shut up because it's awkward.
He's like, oh,
he feels bad about it. And she's just like, don't get all maudlin on me. It's just like, I love my grandma. She took me in. Yeah, she's a spirit medium. And it's just like, she used to make me do this stupid luck ritual every time I left the house. She made me hold my finger on top of my head all the way to school, and I used to hate it because kids would make fun of me when I did it. And yeah, she's like holding her finger up like an antenna. And one day, even the boy I liked started making fun of me about it. And so I got really mad, and I said something. I think I said something terrible to my grandma, like "You're like I hate you." It's like, I hate your stupid ritual.
Yeah.
And he's just like, huh? It's just like, well, but over time, I didn't talk to her for a long time. But then over time, I realized I didn't hate her. I hated that the boy I liked was making fun of my grandma.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
who's rad. And he's just like, oh, I see. And it's like, well, why do you like UFOs? And he's just like, well, nobody has to have a reason, right? She's just like, I guess you got a point.
It's like, yeah, I guess you can just like them. Yep.
Is this the part where everything goes to shit for
Yes, because there are suddenly bloody footprints on the ground.
Yeah,
he's been
noticing footprints on the ground. He's just like, wow, those are pretty big and they're red.
And they're coming straight towards me.
And as he turns around, he lights up Grandma.
I need everyone to know this is not the GranGraGran that I said could get it. For the record, let the record state.
I assumed it was like her mom or grandma, not his grandma.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Grandma, not Grandma.
No, this is Turbo Granny, I believe they called her.
Turbo Granny is what they called her. And Turbo Granny introduces herself by saying, "I'll let you suck on these titties if you let me have that weenie."
I don't know if you listen to the dub, but in the dub she says, "I'll let you suckle these teats if you let me gobble your dong."
Pretty much.
Amazing.
I was prepared for the sort of juvenile language in this because I had actually seen the manga panel where the guy just says 10-pound wang pure beef.
The voice acting made the scene a lot funnier, IMO.
The what?
Yeah, the voice acting in the scene made it a lot funnier, I think.
Oh yeah. Voice acting in Japanese was great. How was it in English?
It was fucking amazing, I think.
It was really good, actually. This is a pretty exceptional dub, I would say.
They got a nice dub going. Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, he encounters her and he's just like, oh shit, I gotta go. I ran into a lewd woman.
There's some nasty old lady walking in the middle of the night.
And she's just like, oh man, don't run. You're not supposed to run. And he's just
predator response.
Yeah, and he's just sprinting away because he's not paying attention. He's just like, it's just some crazy old woman. And you can see the mouth of the tunnel getting further and further away from him as he runs. And she's just like, oh man, I got to do something about that because her phone like blanks out red because she's just like, if you lose a race to Turbo Granny, she'll curse you.
Yeah.
And he's definitely losing that race because she's running on the fucking ceiling. And her phone blanks out red, and she's just like, I gotta get over there. And just as she does, all of the lights in the hallway blink off. Why were there so many X-ray lights in this hallway?
Who knows? But guess what? Aliens are real too.
These guys are horrible.
These are terrible
motherfuckers.
When they remove their disguises, they get better.
They do.
Their human disguises are awful. It's real laughing salesman shit.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking when I saw them in the intro.
They look like plasticine, like plasticine businessmen almost, with these like awful like teeth smiles.
Yeah, like they look like they were AI generated. but not AI generated. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
They're just terrible. Yeah, and she's just like, who the fuck are you guys? Oh shit, I gotta get out of here. And she turns, and this scene is genuinely like kind of terrifying because they close the distance on her so fucking fast.
Yes.
And they just rip her clothes to shreds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was worrisome.
This next scene definitely turned off one of our friends who had already watched it, who was just like, nope, not continuing this.
Yeah.
Very understandably.
But understandably, but I think it was handled much better than it would be in any other show.
Yes.
Because what we're looking at is Momo strapped into a horrible chair, in just her underwear, and these three freaks standing over her, and they're just like, hello.
We're going to breed you.
We are Seropians from the planet Seropius. And I'm just like, oh, Seropians are assholes and we should go to war with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Yeah, while she's trying to, she's the funny thing is she's got like purely human concerns right now. She's just like, give me my clothes back. What the hell?
Yeah.
How am I gonna get home? And she's just like, your possessions have been secured over there. And then she looks over there and it's just a pile of rags.
Oh my
Just
god.
like, fuck, pay me for the
destroyed.
damages.
That was like an actually kind of funny sight gag.
Yeah. And they're and she's just like, pay me for the damages. And he's just like, enough of that, female person. Just like, we Seropians are all male and reproduced by cloning. We have lost things like conflict and emotions. And to replace our ability to sexually reproduce, we need Earth women. It's a very it's like a very 50s scenario.
It's like a B movie plot.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh fuck, this is where like a promising anime goes to shit, right?
Right.
Because they're gonna have something like really gratuitous. They actually don't play it too gratuitous. It's horrifying.
No, it's genuinely scary because like
one of them, like I don't even know what they expect to achieve because one of them like undoes his fly and he's just got the like
he's
fucking
got like
power
an
drill.
extractor.
No, he's got the power drill dick from Tetsuo the Iron Man.
It's horrible.
You're just gonna kill her, dude.
Really terrible to see. It's not good.
So yeah. Oh, very alarming. Overall. And she's just like she's obviously freaked out now. And they say this is horrible, but it was also really funny. Like the way it was presented. Because one of them is just like, I will use my psychokinesis to arouse.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to work.
Yeah.
Why isn't it working?
It's like working on her mind, and she's just like, no, I won't be aroused.
Yeah.
She like marbles her willpower.
Are you aroused? Why aren't you aroused?
And her fucking chi. And she's just like, this spiritual power, why isn't it working?
She is too strong to be aroused by aliens.
Nonetheless, we will begin. And he's just like, but she gets a phone call, and one of them, very funnily, is just like, this person has the worst timing ever.
Yeah, he picks up the phone to actually like look at who's calling, which is quite funny.
And he picks up the phone, and there's just a red screen, and he's just like, huh? And a foot comes out of it and smashes into his face.
We've got like, who's the girl from Ring again?
Yeah, Sadako situation.
Oh, yeah.
Sadako situation going on over here.
Yeah, because a foot comes out, and then the other foot, and it just sort of like pulls itself through the phone, and one of the aliens is just like moving through a telephone. Even we don't have that kind of technology. He's just like, well, whatever, male person, stop right there. Oh, you killed me.
Yeah. Because it's Turbo Granny, but it's actually not Turbo Granny.
It's Turbo Granny, but it's a cult coon, and he's gonna bite their dicks off.
Yes, he's going for it.
He chomps them.
There goes their bananas.
Gar, 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 gar.
Oh yeah, they keep referring to bananas here, and what I assume is an obscure Japanese pun, because it doesn't make sense the first couple of times they use it.
Yeah.
But the more they use it, the funnier it started to get.
Bananas.
Pretty silly.
It could also work as a joke about aliens not understanding what a vagina is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he chomps one and flings it, and the other two like rip off their disguises, and they're actually like much less threatening aliens underneath them.
They're like kind of robotic.
They're a little robotic. They're a little geometric. They're kind of Men in Black-esque. Look like they're made out of clay. But yeah, they pin him back with their psychokinesis, smash him into the wall, and you can see like part of his face is exposed, and it's a cult coon. And he's just like, I'll give you my bananas. I would have given any of you my bananas. I called for you aliens since I was 6 years old.
I've been trying to be friends with aliens for years, and I'm
for my entire life. But but you never came.
You can't be friends with. This is like the scene from the Last Unicorn. Where were you?
Damn it! Come now. But I'm like.
And he's just like, It's like, I tried for so long that no human would interact with me. The only person who ever stood up for me was Ayase. So I won't let you hurt her. And she's just like, yeah, kick their asses. And he like pulls himself off the wall and I smash him back for a second. And he's just like, oh, it seems impossible. He's just like, why are you giving up already?
Yeah.
It's
like I can't do it.
I'm just like, I also give him some credit. He killed one of them.
Yeah.
And the other two are just like, enough. I will arouse you. And they start working on her, and she's just like, oh no, what is this? And she remembers her. She's just like, sorry, Grandma. I'm sorry I didn't believe in you before. And she remembers her grandma teaching her the chi ritual, which is tighten your abdomen and imagine your chi rushing up through your body out the top of your head, like a fountain. Like put your finger up there to direct it. And she remembers her crush like making fun of her more. She's like, no, Grandma, I don't want to do it ever again. You stupid fake medium. She's like, I'm so sorry, Grandma. Why am I remembering this right now? And she's just like, huh. And she tightens up her abdomen and like directs her energy out of the top of her head and just like smashes out of the chair. The aliens are just like, our psychokinesis can't hold her. Why did she have powers? And Occult Coon is just like, it's just like, wow, you have powers? Does he fight in this scene, or does she just whoop their ass on? I think
she whoops the rest of their asses on her own.
Yeah, because she like throws one of them out of the saucer.
Yeah, the saucer is like flying around now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's only like one dude left at that point.
Yeah, I think so.
Because one of them had gotten fucked up and Occult Coon bit the other's dick off.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just like flings him out and makes a hole in the saucer and it crashes to the ground. And Turbo Granny like leaves him on the ground. But is still in possession of it. She's like, I own this kid's junk.
Yeah.
If you want it back, come to the tunnel and fight me anytime, medium. But this is too far away.
God, that's so fucking like, what's the word? That's so fucking like, if you want to go to the next boss's lair, come.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Come to me.
You'll need 10 coins to get through, so go do some side quests.
You'll need 10 stars to retrieve this boy's penis.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next scene is them on the highway outside the crashed UFO, and she's wearing his jacket, and she's just like, man, what a pain in the ass, because she's like holding back Granny.
Yeah.
So,
she's like holding her hands over him, like.
She's like, if I don't get you uncursed, you're just gonna lose control again. And he's just like, I'm so sorry.
He's like, I'm gonna go to the tunnel and do this.
Yeah.
myself.
I'm gonna go to the tunnel and do this myself. You can't. Don't follow me. Take my clothes and go home. Because he tried to give her the rest of his clothes. And she's just like, don't be a pain. It's just like, why would? It's just like, you can't help someone like me, can you? And he's like, don't be a pain. Come on. And they're walking a little while, and she's like, here, put on your clothes, and we'll go together. And they're walking a while, and he can't look at her, and he's just like, would you please put on some clothes? I can't talk to you properly. And she's like struck by it.
She's like, why did that make my heart flutter?
She's like, why did that make my heart race?
That was one of Ken whoever's fucking lines.
Yeah, it's Ken Takeda's famous lines. She's just like, it couldn't be that he just quoted that. And and I think she gives him his pants back. And they keep walking for a second. She's just like, I never asked what your name was. And he's just like, oh, it's Ken Takeda. And the UFO blows up behind her.
Yeah.
She's
That was
so
so
cooked.
good.
He's
Yeah.
fucking cooked.
She's
Yeah.
so cooked.
Yeah.
It's like, aw, they're cute.
Oh no.
Aw.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, so Ken Takakura is this guy's name. He was born in 1931, and he was in shitloads of Yakuza movies.
Cool.
He was in some Western Yakuza movies too. He was in the Yakuza with Robert Mitchum, and he was in
Nice.
Ridley Scott's Black Rain.
Awesome.
Mhm.
These are just a real like hard-faced, manly Japanese man.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
He reminds me of that guy who got tired of being in like sweetheart movies, like romances, in
Oh, yeah.
in the early '60s. So he went and got like a chin implant and started being in like horribly violent Yakuza movies.
It's like, I'm gonna punch the blood out of 100 guys today.
I'll see if I can find you guys a picture of that later, but
Yeah.
it's going to be too involved to do it on the podcast. So yeah, that's the end of it, and then we get an outro, which I barely watched because I was getting a cup of coffee.
It was stylish. It's got like this funny little cat mascot creature that
Mhm.
I enjoyed.
So, what did we think of the show?
This, I knew
Really
that it was
fucking
going to
good.
be good. I loved it. I liked it a lot.
Do we have a
literally-
full house?
The fucking like, okay, so let me put it this way. I started watching it and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put it to like 1.25.
Mhm.
And then as like the
I did
fucking
that
intro's
too!
going, I was like, never mind. And I went back to normal speed.
Never mind, I want to see it.
And never
I want
mind,
to
this
see
animation is
it.
fucking beautiful. I want to see every single frame, one after the other.
All of Momo's faces are great.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Not
very
just
like kind of Scott Pilgrim in a way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I can see that.
With the
Yeah.
like the something about the mouths. I think not just the animation, but like the character building in this was really good. The story was like just ridiculous enough that you can like laugh at it, but also like
Mhm.
they didn't like how do I word it? Like kind of what you were saying, like other anime would have handled this with like poor
Poorly.
tact. But like
Mhm.
I
Like,
can
they would have tried-
understand
they would have tried to titillate you during the scene, which
I
is
can understand if people were turned off by this first episode, just because of how horrifying it was. But I feel like if you can stomach that, I've heard that this is really the only time they get that like. Kind
well,
of
yeah, like
extreme with
nobody,
it.
like nobody wants to run into the fucking rotary salad tongue dick alien.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really telling that the only other place I've seen that is in a fucked up Japanese art house movie.
Really good.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything said. The dynamic between the two leads are really good. They handle things appropriately, I feel. I did want to throw out. Sorry, what?
Shout out to Momo's Japanese voice actress. She's incredible. She's like she sounds like English Haruko from Fully Cooley.
Nice.
She's got the same inflection.
I might give the sub like a peek just to see what it sounds like. But again, really good dub as well. So like,
Yeah,
you always love to see it.
In fact, that's who I would pick for her. I would pick the lady who did Haruko from Fully Cooley.
I do not remember what I was going to say.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Not a lot of times
No,
where
it's
we
good.
have like a 10 of 10 episode on the podcast, but for me, this was a 10 of 10.
Absolute cinema.
Mhm.
Science Saru, my beloved. But
Yes.
anyway, if you'd like to
I just wanted to throw out there real quick that the author, Yuki Nobutatsu, guess who they were an assistant for?
Who? Who did they assist?
Well, it's a good thing you asked, even though I told you to ask. Because it circles back to what Joey said at the start of the podcast. Fujimoto, Fire Punch.
Oh, they worked on. He worked on Fire Punch. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Very
Yeah, he
cool.
helped out Fujimoto. I thought it was funny that what I heard about the author was that he kept pitching like shonen battle stuff to his editor, and his editor was just like, "Come on, you're boring me. Go and read 100 romance manga and then come back and pitch something." And he did. And this is what we got.
I can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
So anyway, if you'd like to tell us that we're idiots because we don't believe in ghosts, you can do that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one the word, not the number. We're on Twitter and Blue Sky, and
Predominantly Blue Sky now.
listen.
I'm still on both, and I update my Tumblr with it too. But come to any of those places and argue with me about UAPs.
Yes,
come to Blue Sky
it's
where
UFOs.
it's nicer.
Come on,
the people are nicer.
UFOs.
The people are. Shh, just come.
It's fucking UFOs.
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 Come talk to us about ghosts and
There's a
mediums.
Kamen Rider form about that.
I don't know how to follow.
Kamen Rider Ghost. Come on.
Get
with the program.
Yes. Actually, you're right.
Kamen Rider UFO.
Also shout out to the thing I've been subjecting the Discord to this whole time. What is it called? It's like Kawasi file. You know, the one with Kudo, the psychotic director. But Senritsu Kaiki file or something like that, which is a horror series, Japanese horror TV series that was directed by the guy from Noroi. Watch that shit too. Anyway, goodbye.
Yep. Get out of here.